All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, it's Craft Chest here. And first of all, let me apologize for about 5 different things before I get into this vlog. First of all, if I look all crazy and everything, my cheek, for whatever reason, I think I scratched my gum or something up in that spot where the dentist jacked me up earlier this spring. It has been heck trying to get this healed up. So that's why I look like I done had a stroke, because my face is swole. And I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I haven't been really sleeping that well because of reasons. I don't know. I'm just getting old, I guess. Secondly, the background, I do apologize, but I have the comforter out, airing out, because it's a beautiful day. Humidity's low than it normally is. And I'm cleaning up the house. And I just got back in from Best Buy. I had to go buy some compound. And thirdly, this autofocus that you're seeing, it's one of the things that I was actually checking into. God blessed, that is annoying, and I do apologize for that. But it looks like, once again, I'm going to have to buy another webcam or another piece of equipment for this new build, because nothing's compatible with Windows 10. So now I got to get, everybody's telling me to get the C922 Pro from Logitech, which is a possibility, but that's $100 that I don't have at the moment to just throw out there. Here's what this vlog, with all that said, here's what this vlog is all about. HDCP. Let me go over to the scene right here. I get this popped up now whenever I'm in 2PC setup mode. At the moment I am not. This is the representation of what I get. Alright? From the old 2-Wicked 1, or 2-Wicked 2, I don't even remember which one. This is the 2-Wicked 2 PC, that's right. The i5 Sandy Bridge build from back in the day that I've been using as a streaming PC for many a year now. Haven't had any issues up until this past December, when I know that they updated the software requiring HDCP to be put into the GPU driver updates as of like November 29th or something. So December 15th of last year, AMD decided to be one of the first ones to implement this. From what I understand, NVIDIA did it too. But it puts coding inside of there that can't be turned off, that is HDCP to certain devices to devices. I understand the reasoning behind it. I get it. And I know what HDCP stands for. And if you don't, it's high definition digital copyright protection. That's what that stands for. I get it. I know what it is. Trust me. I've read about this shit since last December. That said, also too, I've read since last December many a forum, from Reddit to these underground, black ops covert, on the down low websites and forums on HDCP, and I've tried every trick in the book. You name it. Software, drivers, rollback drivers, updating the drivers, updating the firmware, nerfing the firmware. I've even gone and got that splitter. That splitter that they said to get, that everybody says makes it work. And they say it's a glitch. It doesn't really do it, but it's a glitch. And you can make it do it. I ain't got time to sit here and glitch, because we did a stream. It's the HDCP stream last week. Yeah, and that's what we got. And I tried everything that I could to make it work. And it will not let me do 2PC setup. I've also too read where it might be my monitor, because I do use a Sony Bravia 32-inch TV / monitor, because that's what it actually, said on the box, that you can use it for both. And people say it's Sony because Sony's drivers suck and they never update them and flash the firmware and all that in theirs, and they never got the update. So the GPU is telling it, and they're talking about the old tech and all this. But I'm not really too sure about that, because I do have a Dell monitor, and I do have some little ViewSonic over here monitor that I've tried, VGA, DVI, HDMI, DisplayPort. None of it works on 2PC setup from the streaming PC, the Intel build, the i5 Sandy Bridge build, with the avermedia C985 Live Gamer HD capture card. That's what I have. I don't know if I threw that in there or not, but there it is. I've even updated the firmware and flashed the drivers and everything else on that. I've flashed my BIOS. I've done everything. If you can name it, I've done it. Maybe I'm missing something. The only thing I haven't done is update the GPU drivers for the streaming PC, because the newer Crimson drivers on the legacy cards were having a conflict with what do you call it? Two GPUs in the AMD. They got a fancy term. What was it? Dual graphics is all they call it. So I didn't update the drivers in there because I really had no need for it, because all I needed was the processor to do the encoding. So I never really had a need. I turned it off. So it's running old like 17.1 drivers, or I don't know, 15.6, something way back from last year, earlier in 2016, like March or May or something like that. Way early. So the dual graphics would work. I've even tried to drop it down to a single GPU, and I'm thinking about updating the drivers in there. I guess I haven't done everything. I haven't updated the drivers over here because I really don't see the need, because why would that have anything to do with the gaming PC? It seems to be all from the input from the gaming PC to the capture card to my display. I can see my display fine, just like you're seeing here. Let me bring this back up. The only reason I got it down is because of that autofocus. But I see my display just fine like this when it's in 2PC setup mode. All right, but over on XSplit, I see this on the streaming PC. Okay, so gaming PC, I see this in front of me on the monitor. So it's getting throughput. So somewhere in the coding between XSplit and the avermedia going to the monitor, it's tagging it for this, even just sitting on desktop, where there is no copyright protection. I don't even have an optics drive in here, so I know it can't be that, because even, what was it? I think avermedia has some post out there saying that they knew that there was a bug to where some Blu-ray players were, or no, it wasn't even avermedia. That was AMD that said that on their recent drivers, that Blu-ray players were tagging HDCP to unplug the monitor, plug it back in, turn it on, turn it off until it works. I ain't got time for all that. All I want to do is turn the shit on and for it to work. When you spend hundreds and thousands of dollars, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars on all of this equipment, you should just be able to turn the shit on and it work. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, why? It's 2017. And they making all these rules out there. I get it. To stop torrenting, to stop illegal, transmissions. I get it. But you're making it hard on low-budget streamers like me that want to do the modern thing, which is 2PC setup, and it's worked all the way up till last November. But once those drivers hit, you got me by the Scarlax. I don't know what to do. Have no clue how to fix this, and it's annoying. It's really annoying to have to get splitters and unplug shit, turn stuff on and off, restart the PC while this one's working, and maybe it might come up. I don't have time for all that. That's one reason why I haven't streamed as much as I've been wanting to stream in the past 2 months now, is because I'm fighting all this equipment. Got a brand new flipping AMD Ryzen 1500X build over here, rocking the RX 480 and all that good stuff. Everything is up to date as it can be. And yes, I could single PC stream just fine, but I want to be able to up my settings and split the load off. That was the whole point of me building this PC, is so that I can actually show the beauty of some of these games that we play. Whether it be Black Desert, or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or, Fortnite, or H1Z1. What else do we play? Elite Dangerous, Elite Dangerous now has like a 720p, 1080p settings in their stuff. Now, I'd love to do that. And the list goes on. So many games out there that I would love to stream at, max settings. But when you stream things at max settings and you're streaming off the same PC, I could have got a different chip, but I couldn't go wrong with this, man. 1500X plus a motherboard, the AB350 gaming motherboard for $229. You can't go wrong with that. All right, so that was going to be perfect for this setup, because I was like, I could do 2PC setup and it works. But no, it doesn't work, because I get HDMI or HDCP. And I don't know what to do. Nobody else knows what to do. So now I have a $189 capture card that I've gotten my use out of. But it still gives me this. I don't get it. And we sat there for, 5 or 6 hours. I don't know how long I streamed that night. And everybody was trying to give me ideas of what to do. And maybe this will work. And unplug that. Why didn't you do this? Roll back there. And we tried everything and it didn't work. And I guess the long story short is I'm just venting, I guess is what this is. I'm just venting about this particular situation. So if anybody knows anybody that can help me with this problem, I would definitely buy, like we even talked about, maybe the avermedia is just not compatible with the new tech. I would buy an Elgato HD60 if I knew it would work. I don't have a problem buying equipment when I know it's going to work. It's like this camera thing. The C9, what is it? The C922 Pro. I'm eventually going to get one of those because of the autofocus. I can't stand that, and I know you can't either. I do apologize. By now, you guys have probably done just minimized it and listening to me because this is turning into a podcast more so than it is a vlog. But I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what to do. Maybe you do, or if you know somebody that might be able to enlighten me on how to make this work. Avermedia. Maybe, if you happen to see this video and you made it this far in, what can I do? AMD, do you have any ideas? Paul from Paul's Hardware, do you have any ideas? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong for this not to work. Or is it just that I'm working with old tech, new tech, and it's just not talking to each other right, and it's looking at it as, hey, you're up to something, when I'm really not up to anything. All I want to do is 2 PC setup, but I can't because of this. All right. And so now we have come full circle as the camera autofocuses every 2 seconds now, which is dumb. And it's all jacked up too. It's like the brightness is off. Oh, I know what it is. I bet it's this right here. Close that out. And autofocus. Now it looks just dumb. The struggle, man. The struggle is real. All right, everybody out there. It is a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. And I guess until we figure this out, we will be just streaming at 720p, 30 frames a second. Whenever this rig over here is definitely, able to do whatever it is I want to do. All right. Go out there and have some fun. I'm out of here. Help. How do I do that? Help me.